Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I'm driving home from work on a Wednesday. No! Is it? Thursday? I don't gotta go to work tomorrow? Hell yeah, man. That's one heck of a surprise. My work week is done for the week, and I'm actually not going to work on Sunday. So I got a 3-day weekend. We're fixing to have one hell of a time ticking down to the birthday on Monday. But Friday night, I'm thinking about it's going to be a big episode of Smackdown. It's going to be coming to you live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm talking about like I know anything about Montreal other than the Montreal Expos of the 80s and 90s when I was growing up. Apparently they were good for a little bit. At one point they had Andre Dawson, they had Gary Carter. But, you know, I think by the time... I started paying attention to baseball. Like, they just had, Rock Reigns, who always seemed like he was like an MVP caliber guy, but they had nobody else. And by the end, they always were like kind of like getting rid of guys as they got good, and never kept anybody other than Vladimir Guerrero, who was there until I think they, I can't remember if he left Montreal before they went to Washington, or if he was there all the way until like the last days and then went to California. But Montreal, what do you know? What I care about more than anything else is John Cena. John Cena is going to be making an appearance in Montreal on Wednesday. And what I want to see more than anything else, honestly, is, Cena come out fired up. The one thing I know is that freaking Brock Lesnar is not going to be in Montreal. If you can remember the Raw after WrestleMania 28, Cena was in the ring. Brock came down to the ring, almost a lot like the end of SummerSlam. And Brock hit him with a huge F5. And then from there, it was just on. I don't even really know what sparked the war between the two. I mean, I don't know if like when they were in Ohio Valley back in the day when that was the developmental territory for WWE, if like Brock Lesnar stole John Cena's protein powder or something like that. But if you can remember, the first time those two dudes were in the ring together, the next week on Raw, we had like the whole roster in the ring holding them apart. And in the world of wrestling, they were still getting at it to the point where they were able to break free and get at each other. And that they were ready to have war. The last two Cena versus Brock matches were, I don't even know how to put them into words. Like John Cena was a Superman of that era. He beat everybody and anybody, and Brock walked in. They treated those fights like they were UFC fights. It was almost like we saw a whole wrestling event, and then when Brock came down, it was like a whole nother show. It was like a super main event. But Brock came in and he was just launching Cena across the ring. It was just suplexes, F5s, boom. It was like it wasn't even a war. Like Cena, he got a few shots off, but you could tell like it was almost like after the first time he got F5'd, he had nothing there, and he came back for more at the Night of Champions, and he thought that he could have Brock's number, that Brock got lucky one day. But I don't know, we got to set up this Clash of Paris deal in the world of Brock Lesnar, especially in the world of John Cena. I don't think we're going to see these two guys together until we're in Paris for the show. This match hasn't been booked yet. There's no graphic or anything like that, but Cena is wrestling on all of these, PPVs, pay-per-views. I don't know why I went PPVs. I was going to say PLEs, but I'm still used to the pay-per-view thing. But after talking about the ESPN deal so much yesterday, PLE is actually starting to get into my brain a little bit, I think. But Cena's going to be there. He's going to wrestle on all these shows. So we know he's going to have a match. Who else would he have a match against? It's not like, it's going to be Cena versus Sami Zayn, and they're saving the Brock Lesnar match for somewhere down the road. I don't know. People are saying that it looks like they're booking towards Survivor Series, where it's going to be some, Brock, Cena, Seth, Roman, CM Punk kind of like ultra mega match. I don't know. I don't see how Brock... I guess we all know because of Paul Heyman. But I don't know how Brock and Seth Rollins with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed can all live on the same planet together. That doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. I don't know even how they relate to that's the reason why Brock came back, because Rollins asked him to come. As of right now, the only reason why Rollins would want Brock back is it's keeping Cena away from the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's one less day or one less date of Cena appearances that, he's going after him. But I got a ticket to Survivor Series. I'm hoping it's the biggest and best show of all time. It's my first War Games match. I went to an episode of I guess you can't say they really used the War Games cage. They had like a Hell in the Cell cage when I went to a Nitro one time, and it was Flair versus Russo in it. I wonder if it was just a converted War Games cage that they used, but the War Games cage had 2 rings, much like they're going to use that night. It's gonna be one. I can't wait for that trip. I actually have to go home right now, and I was talking to Miguel about the trip plans, about flying in, flying out, which day we gonna do. Are we leaving right after the show, or are we gonna stay the night that night and leave in the morning? But I gotta check that mess out. It's gonna be one hell of a time. Damn, it's gonna be right after Thanksgiving too. That's gonna be one hell of a time. I can't wait for that. But Cena on SmackDown. Let's get it on.